Eastern perspective. The first one is Buddhism. Buddhism is a faith that is founded by Siddhartha Gautama. So let's talk about Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha Gautama began to teach a shift from his normal way of being based on discipline and abstaining from indulgences. He was a bit sheltered, and as he discovered more about the world, he began to teach on the lesson he's learned. There were a people typically called Sramanas who were religious leaders, though these Sramanas would focus on very different things, such as some focusing on non-violence or some focusing on vegetarianism. Siddhartha Gautama was one of these Sramanas, but didn't teach the sort of extreme discipline that others might have been teaching. He instead taught a middle way, eventually becoming fully formed as what is now known as the Eightfold Path, 8 practices that he thought would lead to liberation, or as he called it, nirvana. He was later given the title of Gautama Buddha, though Buddha is a title that many other people have been given many times long after they've passed. There are core beliefs of Buddhism called the Four Noble Truths, which is Siddhartha discovered as he began to see more about the real world outside of his sheltered life. The first noble truth is suffering exists. It is birth, it is aging, and it is illness and death. Pain is everywhere. The second is the origin of this suffering. There is a craving for this pain, such as craving for sensual pleasures, craving material goods we desire even though we know it is painful. And the third one, there is an end to suffering. It is that this craving can be stopped and you can be free from it. And the last one, noble truth, is how to stop the suffering, which points to the noble Eightfold Path. These 8 practices that can help to end this cycle of pain and suffering. The first path is the right view. Our actions have consequences. Death is not the end, and there are consequences after death. Buddhism focuses on a cycle of rebirth called samsara. This cycle of rebirth is painful, which is why people want to eventually earn liberation from this cycle. They believe this reincarnation might put you into another human body, or perhaps an animal, or even a spirit. There are many ways you might return to this earth. The second path is right resolve. To give up the world and live your life in dedication to following this path, you should focus on loving others, abstinence from sensuality, and a life of compassion. The third one is right speech. Don't lie. Don't be rude. No gossiping. Right conduct. Not to injure or kill others. Not taking what's not yours. And no material desirable, including sexual acts. Right livelihood. That you would possess only what is essential to sustain life. Right effort. You should foresee your mental state and stop impure and negative thoughts, which includes ill will towards others, worry, and doubt. Right mindfulness follows. Not only preemptively stop negative thoughts, but focus on what you are thinking. And the last one is right concentration, or called right samadhi. It's a culmination of the other traits. Hinduism.
Hinduism is the world's oldest religion according to many scholars, with roots and custom dating back more than 4,000 years. Hinduism is the third largest religion behind Christianity and Islam. Hinduism is unique in that it's not a single religion but a compilation of many traditions and philosophies. Hinduism believes in reincarnation, karma, and that a life of devotion and honor is a path to a salvation and enlightenment. One fundamental principle of the religion is the idea that people, action, and thoughts directly determine their current life and future lives. Hinduism embraces many religious ideas. For this reason, it's sometimes referred to as a way of life or family and religions, as opposed to a single organized religion. Hinduism has no such founder, and there is no exact date when it originated. This is because it grew out of cultural and religious changes in India. The concept of self in Hinduism is Atman. It composed of self and Vrit. Atman is one of the most basic concepts in Hinduism, the universal self, identical with the internal core of the personality that after death either transmigrates to a new life or attain release from the band of existence.
Taoism.
The Taoist. It is ideal for a person to take action by changing themselves and thus becoming an example of the good life to others. They should develop themselves so they live their life in complete harmony with the universe. So the philosophy is not good things, but become a good person. Taoists hold the humans and animals should live in balance with the Tao, or the universe. Taoists believe in spiritual immortality, where the spirit of the body joins the universe after death. It's like a self-concept. It's generally thought of our individual perception of our behavior, abilities, and unique characteristics. A mental picture who you are as a person. It also describes for your life perspective and plans for what you want to become in the present or in the future. Self-concept has a lot of factors that are connected to each other and depends in every individual. Taoist believes in simplicity, patience, compassion, going with the flow. When nothing is done, nothing is left undone. Letting go. If you realize all the things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on. Everyone will end up in the point of realization in life, and there's nothing you will try to hold on to. And just to let go on it. Yes, we would learn to accept the fact in that this world is nothing permanent. Everything will change, pass, and go, and we can't do about it. And just let it be. Things happen are meant to happen. We wouldn't hold on for the things that were not meant for us. Everything will come and go, and this is reality. That's the self-perception of the Taoist.
Confucianism.
Confucianism is a philosophy and belief system from ancient China which laid the foundation for much of Chinese culture. Confucius was a philosopher and teacher who lived from 551 to 479 BCE. His thoughts on ethics, good behavior, and moral character were written down by his disciples in several books. The most important being the Lunyo. Confucianism believes in the ancestor worships and human-centered virtues for living a peaceful life. The golden rule of Confucianism is, do not do unto others what would not want others do unto you. So the main idea of Confucianism is the importance of having a good moral character, which can then affect the world around the person through the idea of cosmic harmony. If the emperor has moral perfection, his rule will be peaceful and benevolent. Natural disasters and conflict are the result of straying from the ancient teachings. This moral character is achieved through the virtue of Ren, or humanity, which leads to more virtuous behaviors such as respect, altruism, and humility.